What's happening, guys? BobbyBlue here. We're back with episode 8 of Death Note. Not gonna lie, last episode really hit hard, the ending. I think it was implied that Kira wrote in the Death Note for her to go hang herself after he got her identity. After a lot of attempts, the whole episode was just trying to get her to make a mistake, and she actually did at the end, but let's see where it goes from there.
So based on the records I have here, Ray Penber comes through the west entrance of Shinjuku Station at 3:11 p.m. Then at 3:13 he boards a train on the Yamanote line. But even if he was following someone at that time,
sleep.
I think it's going to be very difficult for us to draw any real conclusions from this blurry video. Then at exactly 4:42 p.m.
That ice cream?
Thank you very much, Watari. And at 4:42 p.m. he exits the train at Tokyo Station and dies on the platform.
It's quite strange, don't you think?
I'm sorry, what do you find strange?
Yeah, what is it? Did you notice something?
We know that Ray Penber got on the train, and then an hour and a half later he got off and died on the platform. But the Yamanote line only takes an hour to complete its circuit. And more importantly, there's the envelope.
What do you mean?
He's holding what looks like an envelope when he passes through the ticket gate.
Huh? You're right. It's there under his arm.
Wow.
But in the footage right before his death, it's gone. I can't believe you actually caught that.
Yeah, holy crap.
Well, I don't see an envelope on this list of his personal effects.
Which means it was left on the train. And if you watch closely at the very end here, it seems like he's straining to look inside the train before the doors close.
Yeah,
you can see right here.
Kira had to show
If
his
that's the
face
case,
to him.
do you think it could mean something?
Wouldn't it be interesting if Kira was on that train?
That's impossible.
No, the Naomi Misara I knew was strong. Not to mention she was also an excellent FBI agent. If anything, it's more likely she'd be trying to catch Kira.
Yeah.
It appears she came to Japan with Penber. It's possible that she may have found a lead. If that's the case, did Kira manage to get to her first?
Man, L is so
Everyone,
good.
at this
dude.
point, I'd like to focus our investigation on only those people who Ray Penber was tailing. In particular, he was assigned to 2 police officers and those closest to him.
Very well, who are these 2 individuals he was investigating?
Deputy Director Kitamura, along with Detective Superintendent Yagami and their families. At this stage, I'd like to place wiretaps and surveillance cameras in both households.
I have to make sure there's no evidence left on this computer, just in case someone goes through it.
How's it going? I don't think anyone else is in the house right now. Do you want to play some video games? Come on, it's been a while. You listening?
He probably doesn't want to.
Hey, Light!
I don't believe it. I never knew he went to such great lengths. What could he be hiding in there that he doesn't want anyone else to see?
For a 17-year-old kid, I wouldn't say this kind of behavior is particularly abnormal.
Watching him right now.
When I was his age, I did strange things too. Have you ever talked to your son about the investigation?
Of course not. I've never once revealed classified information to my family. Besides, I don't get to see them too often these days, and usually as soon as I get home, all I can do is sleep.
I understand.
Where exactly are we going? Light, don't ignore me when I'm talking to you or I'll get mad. Huh?
Doesn't look like these clothes have been bugged. I think we're safe.
Okay, yeah, so he's
Listen
just
to me.
being
There's a very
safe.
strong possibility that there are wiretaps and maybe surveillance cameras hidden throughout my house.
Really? But that piece of paper was still in your door, wasn't it?
That's true, but I left the paper in the door in a way that it would be obvious to anyone entering the room. The real test is the handle. By the way, Ryuk, what about your apples?
Apples? That's right, surveillance cameras. Once the apple's in my mouth, no one can see it. But while I'm holding it, it looks like it's floating.
Wow.
Thought so. You told me that Shinigami can't die, so I guess it will kill you to stop eating apples for a while.
Don't you think that's a bit much? Come on. I never told you this, but apples are to me what cigarettes and alcohol are to humans. Do you see what I'm saying?
Addictive?
I even get withdrawal symptoms.
Oh yeah? What kind of symptoms?
My body gets all twisted. I do handstands. It's not pretty.
I don't need to see that.
I know.
Okay, here's the thing. Unfortunately, I already gave Elle the hint that Shinigami love apples, so I just can't afford to take the risk.
Yeah.
When did you...
If it's so important for you to eat
Messing with
apples,
him.
you'll have to find out where all the cameras are hidden. If you're lucky, you might find a blind spot where you can eat them without being seen. All right, let's go.
Yeah, a camera search. Sounds so interesting.
Man.
I can't believe my son is looking at those magazines.
It's normal for a
Doing it on purpose?
17-year-old. But it seems contrived. It's too obvious. The only reason he didn't want anyone in his room was because he had these magazines. That's what he wants us to think.
Hey, that's my son you're talking about. Are you honestly telling me that you suspect him?
I do suspect him. That's why I placed wiretaps and surveillance cameras in your house and the deputy director's house.
I found a camera in the air conditioner.
So they really put cameras in here. They must have bugged the place as well. Even if this is the Kira case, I didn't think the Japanese police would ever go this far. This must be Elle's idea, which means they've narrowed down their list of suspects. By now, they must have figured out that it was someone who Ray Pember was investigating, or they wouldn't have gone to all this trouble. Man, these covers mislead you all the time. No. Given the situation, it's safer if I just assume I'm their prime suspect and the only one being watched. It'll be okay. Luckily, I prepared for this kind of situation.
Watari, please contact the broadcasters and tell them to play our message.
Very well.
Broadcasters?
That's right. My parents met
Huh?
George Martin.
What's this? ICPO? They're saying that in response to the Kira murders, Interpol has decided to dispatch a force of 1,500 investigators to Japan. The investigators were drawn from the law enforcement agencies of its member nations. 1,500 investigators? Whoa.
Chances are they've got cameras in the living room as well. Regardless of whether this news is real or
react.
not, it's obvious they're just trying to evoke a reaction from me.
Yeah.
Now, this is the exact same trick he used last time. The ICPO sure is stupid.
Huh?
I mean, there's no point in making this announcement. If they're gonna send all these people here to investigate, shouldn't they keep it a secret?
Even the FBI agents who were secretly investigating were killed by Kira. Why would this be any different? If you ask me, this is nothing more than a desperate attempt to shock Kira in the hopes that he'll reveal himself somehow. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kira sees right through this.
Oh my god.
Your son's clever, isn't he?
There sure are a lot of cameras in
Holy
this room.
crap,
I
every
counted
one of those are
64
cameras?
in total. I guess whoever put them here
Just in his
expected you
room?
to at least find some of them.
It has to be Elle. He had no qualms about putting a death row inmate in his place when he declared war on me. It's pretty clear he doesn't know any limits.
What I want to know is how am I going to be able to eat apples?
Obviously, that's impossible now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I guess you can't talk in here. But we'd better discuss this outside tomorrow.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Judging by the number of cameras he's planted, he's planning to make a decision within a short period of time. Any normal person would slip under these circumstances, but it won't be that easy with me, Elle. This is the closest you get!
Can't open that kind of furiously, huh?
I've set things up so that criminals will continue to die over the next 3 weeks. But Elle is aware by now that Kira can control the times of death of his victims. Therefore, to avoid suspicion, Elle needs to see that criminals whose names are being broadcast continue to die while I have no access to that information.
Oh, the symptoms are starting!
Oh,
I'm gonna show you, Elle.
doing handstands?
I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left. I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
After dinner, your son just goes back to studying without turning on the TV or his computer?
It's because the entrance exams are 5 days away.
criminal who I should have no knowledge of will die of a heart attack in 40 seconds. And the witness to my alibi is L himself.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that Kira would kill two petty criminals right after their identities were broadcast. I know it's only the first day after the cameras were installed, but the Yagami household seems almost too innocent to me.
Light, are you up yet?
Yeah,
It's also
I'm
true.
awake.
Maybe if you
Today's
waited a
garbage
couple
day,
more
so if
days.
you've got any, bring it
or
down
something.
with you, okay?
What a pain.
What are you talking about? You usually say there's no need to remind me, Mom.
Yeah. Another beautiful day.
Well, I can't say for sure whether you're extremely generous or just a spoiled brat. But didn't that mini LCD TV cost you $400?
Oh, the thing that he hid in his chips.
Good morning.
And what, he threw it out? Was in the trash? Wow. $400 down the drain. Well, I guess he's got to make sure that he's got to get rid of any suspicion after he uses it. But either way, though, oh man, it's still going back and forth between these two, both predicting each other's next move. It's crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy. But I think Elle is becoming more and more suspicious, obviously, of this household, especially since this just happened. The two criminals having heart attacks right after they installed the cameras, so he's going to keep an eye on them more. Okay, we'll see what happens next, guys. If you enjoyed this reaction, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.